Are you happy in your business? Now, I have had my share of emotional ups and downs in my 20 years of being a solo entrepreneur coach. And the patterns I've seen in myself and in my clients is that those downs are usually when I was personally feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes it was because a launch that flopped, and sometimes it was just life and had nothing to do with business. But those ups, oh boy, those are the times when I was feeling my most authentic and completely aligned to my purpose, or when I just felt like I was rocking that work-life balance. I would be thinking I could do this all day long and never feel tired. One of my loves is sharing what works for me and what has been working for my clients to achieve this very feeling, full of passion, happiness, peace, and freedom. So I decided to create a private podcast for coaches. Maybe you just want to develop better communication skills that boosts engagement, leads to better results, and makes you feel like you're actually making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Then you're invited too. We talk about this and more in the UBU private podcast for coaches. Whether you're a mentor, a parent, or run a client-focused business, coaching skills benefit everyone and anyone who wants to communicate in a way that builds relationships. Fall in love with your life and business again. Click the link in the show notes for your invitation to join us right now. Then come back and enjoy this episode. Hey, Difference Maker, we are back for the part 3 of the bite-sized deep dive going all into chakras and your personality. In this episode, we're going to be comparing when to use the Enneagram and when to use chakra personalities. Be sure to stick around. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others and plug into what is uniquely you. Welcome to Unbox Your Personality, the podcast for coaches, creatives, and educators like you who understand that your happiness makes you more effective in what you do, bringing out the best in others. I'm Jen P. Higgins, personality strategist and Enneagram fluff remover. Get laser focused on who you are and who you aren't, so you're free to make the impact you were born to make. And have fun doing it. Your personality is your business, so let's get down to business. This has been a really interesting journey for me just in the last week, really diving deep into my chakra personality, which if you listen to part 2 of this bite-sized deep dive, I revealed that my personality profile is the schizoid profile. And even though a lot of that profile supports type 7, there were a few stereotypical behavior traits of a schizoid personality that did not resonate because I am a more self-aware type 7 just because I have dug so deep into all of my personality profiles of various tools dating all the way back to 1998. Yes, I can't believe I'm that old, but yes, I was an adult back then. When is it best to look at your Enneagram type versus when to look at your chakra personality type? Well, your Enneagram type never changes. And so I like to think of your Enneagram type as your blueprint. Like this is how you were designed in your default knee-jerk reactions. According to the acknowledgement languages, if you read my book, you'll know that those are based off of your Enneagram centers and your Enneagram stances. And the way I introduce them in that book is helping you understand that these are personality reflexes that are a part of your core or the nature of your personality. Chakras, on the other hand, are more about the nurtured part of your personality, based off of your experiences, whether or not it was traumatic or not, and what has or has not healed. So there's a difference between knowing your Enneagram growth path and executing or implementing that growth path. This is why I say even Enneagram experts are not immune to the blind spots of their personality. There's a lot of checking in with yourself. That's the C of the core framework, C-O-R-E. You got to check in with yourself. And the Enneagram really gives you that blueprint to show you where the hidden rooms are in your brain.
and to be intentional about opening those doors so you can see what's going on inside of there that might be festering. However, like I said, there's a difference between knowing where to look, knowing what to look for, and then actually being able to overcome it to be on your growth path. And that's where I think the chakra personalities comes in. When you go see Amy, she's going to tell you where those blocks are. That's, you know where the door is, but the door is locked. Or maybe the door is unlocked and you go in and you can see everything that's in that hidden room in your brain, but you can't make yourself walk in because maybe it's a glass door and you can't get inside. If you think that you might have a chakra that's blocked or deficient, be sure to click on the link that's in the show notes for a special offer to work with Amy. And then let's get back together and look at all that you have learned more about yourself so that we can incorporate that into your messaging, into your signature offer, and into your business funnel so that you can attract your unicorn client. I'm thinking about doing a mashup episode, maybe for the finale, where I just take everything that I've learned about myself from these new profiling systems that I haven't had experience with in the past, and just sharing with you all what I've learned about myself, what it's taught me about the Enneagram, where sometimes I think my profile might even be better than the Enneagram tool, especially when it comes to determining core values. Because that's an exercise that I have to do that's separate from the Enneagram, and I just use the Enneagram to help me help you identify which values are really core to you. So that's it for this week's series of the bite-sized deep dive all into the chakras and personality. Remember, the more you know about yourself, you can unbox that, and then you'll unleash your power.
Thank you for listening, subscribing, and reviewing the Unbox Your Personality podcast. To learn more about yourself, go to powercoachjen.com. Find out how you are different so you can make your difference.